Hi everyone, Elizabeth here. So I want to do this video in talking about the symbol of the metaverse and understanding how evil reveals itself. So the last video I did was kind of answering the question like, what is evil? And now this video is going to kind of help you understand how evil reveals itself. So one of the things that you learn through any type of spirituality that you study or get trained in is that you learn that everything is interconnected. So in spirituality, we believe on an ethereal level that all of us are interconnected. We are also interconnected with nature. So you can have these spiritual experiences where you're during times of, say, like communing with nature or bonding with an animal. We are just as interconnected. The same nutrients and vitamins that are within us, like our electrolytes, that is needed to grow plants in the soil. So if the soil is weak and doesn't have enough electrolytes like magnesium or potassium, the soil cannot birth crops, let's put it that way. We have to remember that evil is the ruler of the material realm. The material realm is satanic in general. So throughout this time of the truth really starting to come out hardcore over the last 2 years, you're starting to see the interconnected pieces between big tech and government and media and university scientific studies and the federal government funding all of these public schools with all these different agendas. You can see the kind of spider web that is interconnected on the actual earth plane. So when you start to do your paper trail of following the money, you start to see how everything is so interconnected. So the material realm is just as interconnected in an evil way as we believe in spirituality, that the ethereal realm, that we are all interconnected. Like a positive interconnection is when, like, say, for example, I hiked the Camino and I met a kindred spirit, or when I was studying yoga in India, I met somebody who helped me on the path during that time. And those type of people are either in your life for a permanent or a temporary time period. So with that example of with that example of everything being interconnected, how it's revealed on this earth plane, from my understanding, is that evil has to reveal itself, reveal the truth, reveal its agenda. A lot of times that's done through signs and symbols, but it's also just revealed through the truth, and you are choosing to consent to it or not. So consent is sexy. Not only in the bedroom, but on a spiritual realm, because in order for evil to show its agenda, I think this from what I understand, from what I learned like 10 years ago, evil has to reveal itself to reduce any karmic bonds or karmic reactions, let's put it that way. So they have to reveal itself. That's just part of the satanic theory, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. So you choose to consent to it or not. When you're looking at everything being interconnected, we can go ahead and start to look at examples from the Nazi era to, say, the Facebook Metaverse, Mark Zuckerberg era. So fact checkers will say this isn't true, but supposedly in 1938, Hitler was the Times Man of the Year. And if you know anything about World War II, 1938, which I believe is what we're kind of living in right now in 2022, was the big era of awakening for a lot of the Jewish people. The Jewish people who really understood what was happening and the slander that was happening to them escaped. Some old people, because I work at a Jewish retirement home, they left Germany in 1938, 1939, because they knew something bad was going to happen. The innocent and naive ones stayed, and it didn't work out well for them. So during that time, obviously, Hitler got a big boost of promo because he was rated as a man time of the year. So you could see how government and media were very much interconnected. Now, I believe it was in 2010, yes, Mark Zuckerberg was also Times Man of the Year. So I don't have time to add a video to this, so you could just kind of see through there. Stalin's been promoted. Bezos was the person in 1999. So once again, you can just start seeing how all of this is just one big program, one big interconnected program. It's not predictions. It's not like The Simpsons just predicted the future. No, it is a program. It is a computer program, like a simulation trying to program you. So what does evil do? And so evil takes a symbol, generally some form of an occult symbol, and it inverts it. If you look at the Nazi era, what they have done with the swastika is the swastika, say like through Sanskrit, kind of meant good fortune or well-being. It had a different meaning through Buddhism as compared to what it did during the from the Indian perspective. Let's put it that way, the Hindu-Indian perspective. So they take these occultists. So supposedly Hitler was an occultist. Some will say he was a Christian. He did consult astrologers. So the question is, like I did in the last video, is the occult inherently evil, or do people take the good of a certain spirituality and then hijack it and invert it? And so when they invert it, they reveal it to its symbol. So the symbol of the swastika is the normal upright version. What you'll see through a lot of art of through the East or in Turkey or in India is this swastika of prosperity and good fortune that was kind of spread throughout the ancient world. And so these people took the power of that and inverted it and perversed it, or perverted it, let's put it that way. Inverted, you can't invert the swastika because it'll just look the same. So, you know, you kind of turn it on a 90-degree angle and then you pervert that meaning. So it's going to be the opposite of good fortune and well-being. Maybe it's their good fortune and well-being, which was promoting the Aryan race to wipe out any of the Slavic and Jewish people, the LGBT community, the liberal elites, all of that. So what has the metaverse done? So when the metaverse first came out, because I've been kind of keeping my eyes out on signs and symbols now, there are tons of signs and symbols that are revealed, especially through Freemasonry, where you see people going like this or like this in advertisements. So that's a reveal to you that this product or this movement or this agenda has been created by the satanic group of individuals. Now, some things are a little bit more slick. So for example, or just a little more open, I should say. So for example, the truth has been revealed about the V, okay? So when you see in the news that people have died of blood clots and heart attacks and strokes, that truth has been revealed, but you are choosing to consent to it. So that's the point of evil. They have to reveal itself, reveal its agenda. Some of it is straight out in the open, like the news articles that promote about the deaths of the V's. And then other things are a little bit more slick and covert, like symbols of the metaverse. So when I was looking at the metaverse, I was like, oh my God, it's inverted. Now, I don't have time to edit this video, so I have to use my little paper drawing. But what is the symbol of the infinity symbol? It's commonly used through spirituality. People use it a lot to symbolize love. Basically, it's the, number 8 on its side, horizontal, and it just means eternity or things like an infinite loop. So like love is always eternal. The spirit is always eternal, okay? Kind of the infinity loop on a computerized program. An infinite loop is a sequence of instructions in a computer program which loops endlessly, either due to the loop of having no terminating condition, having one that can never be met, or one that causes the loop to start over. So what has the metaverse done? The metaverse has taken the infinity symbol and has lifted up the center of it. So technically it's inverted. Start looking at it. It's clear as day. So what these hyper-intellectual cyborgs with no gut connection and no heart connection, these are like little tin mans running around in Oz trying to find their heart, and the fucking scarecrow trying to run around finding its brain, is that they have deconstructed this real world to the point where now people are so depressed, so anxious, so they've just destroyed themselves, self-destructed themselves. They've also destroyed this real world to where now they need something else to get into, to escape to, and that's where the metaverse comes in. So this inverted infinite loop is going to keep people endlessly hooked up to this virtual reality, to where at some point, when, like a drug or any addiction, and you need more and more and more, they're not going to be able to know the difference between the real world and the metaverse. So we are about to see mental health problems that we have never witnessed probably throughout human history. So this stuff is evil. It's inherently evil. It's revealing itself to you. The symbol is clear. Why would they invert the center of it if it wasn't part of their evil? Look at the apple. Look at the apple. The apple is Adam and Eve. It's the apple that Snow White bit off of, right? Why did they do a bite out of the apple? We are addicted to this. Don't you get it? This is the sign and symbol. It sounds batshit crazy, I understand, but it's not once you start to understand. Eve took a bit of the apple, the sin, and sin came down on this planet. Now we've taken the bite out of the technological apple. We are addicted to this stuff. This stuff rules our life. We are getting frequency, radiation, sickness from all of this stuff. People's mental health. These people, these little metaverse people, Mark Zuckerberg, they've created or contributed to the greatest destruction of people's spirits, people's minds, the family destruction. People hate each other. They don't want to see you if you're not vaccinated on Christmas and Thanksgiving. Complete fucking manipulation. And people are still using this stuff innocently and naively. All evil is revealed. Now you understand. I mean, anybody with common sense would say the metaverse is stupid, but now you see the deeper, darker agenda of it. This two energies, creation, destruction. When you have a certain type of force like these people and the metaverse, they continue to destroy things on this earth plane that is not coming from the light. It's not coming from God. It's not coming from our higher selves. That is satanic. Anything destructive, that's continuous destruction, destroying, is going to be part of the satanic realm. Sometimes you need some evil, not evil, sometimes you need some destruction to kind of happen, like things have to fall. For example, the current system has to collapse and fall apart for a new one to come in. Which one's going to come in? Is it going to be the NWO or is it going to be the New Earth? So I hope this has been a little bit enlightening to you. Kind of keep your eyes open. If you have an addictive personality, I would not even tempt your fate with anything like this. I would not even support it. I would not. Fuck curiosity. You don't need to know it. Just let it go. If you're on a spiritual path, you do not need to commune with the lower realms. There's no need for it. Just stay focused, stay on track, stay on your little Camino trail, and keep moving forward. I hope this has been helpful. I have to do it really quickly because my phone is out of storage, so I have to keep this under a 14-minute video. So it went really fast. I think I probably skipped a couple things that I wanted to talk about, but I hope that you can see how you take a positive energy of something and then they invert it to use it for evil purposes, to continue to destroy you so they can have power and control. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.